Welcome to a brand new edition of Statistically Speaking, where we will decode and analyze the most important data for the 2024 elections. In episode 1, we look at the Delhi alliance, and of course, we'll cover a few other states as well. The final alliance deals for 2024 elections have been done. The Congress has managed to pull together key alliances with the Aam Aadmi Party, Akhilesh, Tejasvi, Stalin and Umar Abdullah. But an important miss remains Mamata Banerjee, of course. And as for the BJP, they have cracked deals in Andhra Pradesh, Bihar and Maharashtra too, and in Tamil Nadu as well. But in the state of Maharashtra, the NDA final seat-sharing deal is yet to be revealed between BJP, Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena and Ajit Pawar-led NCP. We first take a look at the state of Delhi. Well, if 2019 elections are being concerned and should be related to, Delhi was a three-way fight between the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress and the BJP that worked to the BJP's advantage, who managed to sweep the capital, winning all 7. This time, the picture or the situation is a tad bit different. The Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress are fighting in alliance, with the Aam Aadmi Party contesting 4 and the Congress contesting on 3 seats. Although the AAP is facing a huge crisis with their convener and the Chief Minister locked up in Tihar jail, the prospects could be better in front of the Modi juggernaut. We'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show at this point in time is Mr. Raman Malik, BJP leader. We also have Dr. Pooja Tripathi, Congress spokesperson, who joins us on the show. Mr. Deshratan Nigam, political analyst, with us on the program as well. Sumit Peer, senior political commentator, joins us on the show too. Advocate Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, will be joining us momentarily. Rishi Bagri, political analyst, with us on the program as well. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, I'll begin with you and thank you for speaking with us. As always, it's important to understand that the Bharatiya Janata Party was a force, according to them, not to be reckoned with in Delhi in 2019. Do you think anything has changed for them? If you go by the MCD elections, if you go by the re-election of the Aam Aadmi Party, I'm not even talking about the Congress over here. It's a big deal that you've been able to crack this partnership with the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi and have 3 seats to contest from. Do you think that this alliance that you have forged with the Aam Aadmi Party, despite their predicament right now, is going to reap fruit?
Definitely, when it comes to Delhi, we have seen Aam Aadmi Party's performance in the last 2 Vidhan Sabha elections, and this speaks volumes about Aam Aadmi Party as a very credible, political force in the heartland, in the capital of India. And that's when we talk about India Alliance, when we talk about giving people's issue a priority in the political landscape. This alliance is important, and we are happy to collaborate. We are happy to have any alliance partner in every state, Delhi being one, and AAP is taking the lead, which is with around every regional player with us, and we are happy. We are hoping to crack it with this Lok Sabha elections.
All right, Mr. Nigam, is this alliance any threat to the Bharatiya Janata Party? Those 7 seats that were won by the BJP in 2019, do you see any kind of increment coming Bharatiya Janata Party's way, or do you think that the vote share, perhaps because of this particular partnership, may differ?
Well, Vineet, let me tell you, when you talk of alliance in Delhi, for that matter in many states, it is an abject surrender of the Congress to the smaller parties. I'm not saying regional parties or otherwise. The fact remains, when a party, which is a national party, gives a majority of seats to the others, this means it's a survival strategy. It's in danger of, dying. Therefore, a survival strategy based on abject surrender is something I think voters are very closely watching. One. Secondly, if you look at what kind of an alliance is this? Every alliance partner is having its own manifesto, which is not being approved by anybody else, other parties, their alliance partners. None of them have approved. Not a single statement that the regional parties who are in alliance, their manifesto has been approved by the other. So what kind of an alliance it is? One. Secondly, if you look at Delhi's vote, Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress's vote share in the last Lok Sabha elections, and mind you, Lok Sabha elections are fought on a very different parameter than the assembly elections. We saw it in Karnataka, we saw it in Madhya Pradesh, we saw it in Rajasthan, we saw it in Chhattisgarh, where the BJP had lost the assembly elections but swept the Lok Sabha elections. So we will not be able to compare, the assembly election results or the panchayat elections to that of Lok Sabha election, where the BJP and Mr. Brian Modi and Brian BJP and Amit Shah's, as you call it, juggernaut, which I never call it juggernaut. It's an emotional body set party, which means that they really work hard with passion, with grassroots connect and the booth level workers. Now, if you look at the Delhi vote share, BJP's was more than 50%. And if you look at the Congress had more vote share than the Aam Aadmi Party last time. And if you combine it, it comes down to about, I think, 39%, which is still much, much less given the margin of error of 3 or 4%. It still falls below. Therefore, Delhi, I think it will be again a sweep for the BJP. All 7 seats would be going to BJP, changing some, candidates here and there. They have fine-tuned it. And I don't see any change in the electoral result from 2019, really.
Sumit Peer, what is going to be that differentiating factor for the BJP this time around? Do you think that the popularity of the Bharatiya Janata Party has been intact? It's been faultless? Or do you think that the MCD elections, which the BJP lost to the Aam Aadmi Party, would have little to no effect on the psyche of the voter when he goes out to vote for this Lok Sabha elections?
Vinny, thank you very much for having me on your show. When it comes to the parliamentary elections in India, people vote for the Prime Minister. Let's be very clear. By Prime Minister, kisko banana? But when I look at the India Alliance, there is no chehra as on it. We don't know who is possible candidate who can become. So that's the biggest uncertainty there. Here you have Modi's track record of delivery, your track record of development. Here you have uncertainty. And on the top of that, traditionally, whomever Congress has tied up with, if you look at Akhilesh Yadav, if you look at wherever they have done alliances, that system has miserably failed. Even if they come to the power, then they are not able to hold to the power. Now, the problem here is a double whammy. Now, with Congress's that curse which it carries with it, unfortunately, now you have Arvind Kejriwal ji in jail. You have the convener of Aam Aadmi Party in jail. And today, Miss K. Kavita is also arrested by CBI. Now, she is given 5 days remand. The liquor scam is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Vineet, let's not forget, there will be very soon, and I might get involved into that. Because remember, Pannu said he has paid 130 crores to Arvind Kejriwal. So if all these things come in and you have an alliance partner who has such brilliant records, and scams are not only limited to liquor scam. There's a liquor scam, there's a school scam, there's a jail board scam, there's a Mohalla clinic scam, there's a DTC scam, there's a Waqf board scam. These are the 6, like I at the top of the mind recall, there were more than that, Vineet. Now imagine in all these cases, CBI, ED and NIA and some will start coming into it. And you are such a beautiful alliance partner who is in Tihar jail, whose ministers are resigning from ministership, from being an MLA and being a member of Aam Aadmi Party, because they see, they are calling it that Daliton ka koi सम्मान नहीं होता, and यहाँ सांस लेना भी मुश्किल है, इतनी corrupt party हो गई है, according to Mr. Anand, who resigned yesterday. Now, if you look at the current scenario, the people of the Delhi, whoever would even think of voting Aam Aadmi Party, 10-20% vote share and all that will be there. 10-20% voter will be there. But beyond that, the voters will move more to BJP because Congress and Aam Aadmi Party has got together. Now, what is the only vikalp or the option left for the voter is to move to BJP. So, I am predicting, Vineet, on your show, the vote share of BJP is going to rise because of the election re-engineering and all and the rightful candidates what they put in, and also because of the debacle of Aam Aadmi Party, because of what Rahul Gandhi has been saying. And by the way, I want to ask Pooja ji, Mrs. Kejriwal said couple of days back कि जो ये मोहल्ला क्लिनिक का मॉडल है ये हम हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में खोलेंगे, फ्री एजुकेशन हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में करेंगे, फ्री बिजली हर भारत में हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में देंगे. एंड शी ऑल्सो सेड दैट दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू दिस अगेंस्ट ऑल द डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स. शी वाज रीडिंग द आम आदमी पार्टी मैनिफेस्टो एंड शी कन्वीनियंटली सेड अरविंद जी ने कहा कि मैं जेल में था, मैं आपसे अप्रूवल नहीं ले पाया, आई कुड नॉट टेक अप्रूवल फ्रॉम यू, बट आपको इस पे कोई आपत्ति नहीं होगी. एंड वन थिंग इज giving complete statehood to Delhi. That is also one of the 6 things she mentioned. Now, what is the position of Congress on this? What is the position of India Alliance on this? What is the position of all Ghatak Dals or the alliance partners on this? We don't know. With these things happening where Sunita ji goes and announces her own manifesto and says this is what the India Alliance is going to deliver across the India with the state.
So let's also talk about the other big state. Uttar Pradesh is of course the big one here, always has been. Uttar Pradesh in 2019 was the BJP's biggest win, which propelled Prime Minister Modi to a second consecutive term. While the BJP contested 78 seats out of 80 and 162 out of them, the opposition was divided between the Samajwadi Party and BSP's Mahagathbandhan on one side and the Congress on the other. The NDA this time has got additional support from Jayant Chaudhary's RLD, while the opposition is being led by Akhilesh and Rahul's alliance. The BSP, of course, decided to go solo, and their fight is expected to be all about survival. So with BJP fulfilling the Ram Mandir promise and Yogi Adityanath pitching the double Injan ki Sarkar's good work, how will Uttar Pradesh be different this time around is the key question. Manasri, I'll come to you. If that really is something that the voter is going to consider, then the Ram Mandir is expectedly going to be one of the pivotal factors that is going to be kept in mind. If you remember, the Modi government in the first 5 years of their tenure did talk about the Ram Mandir, but were chided and admonished and targeted by the opposition. Now that promise has been fulfilled, is this going to in fact, bring that difference between the Kathni and the Karni, which the BJP is trying to establish to get votes?
Ram Mandir as a factor is not only a factor, is the factor. This election, if it is, though BJP is not playing it heavily, but voters are going to be around Ram Mandir's plan. The BJP is very smart. I think it's a very smart move from the side of the BJP. So what they're trying to do here is they have in BJP statement or the last interviews the Prime Minister has given in the last couple of days, you will not see him talking about Bhagwan Ram or Ram Mandir there. He's talking about his vision of India, Viksit Bharat 1 point, his development which is post 2014, and Ram Mandir is also there. So he knows the big factor, the big player in this election is obviously Bhagwan Ram's Mandir. And then he does not want to let the voters be overshadowed by the Ram Mandir, that they forget other achievements which as per him are also very important. And as for BJP also it's very important. So what they are playing is like, we give you safe India, we give you develop India, we give you better infrastructure, we brought a new regime of GST, we bought Article 370, we took it away. So these things, they are playing it more better in terms of in the presentation, because they know the nerves of people, of Hindus with the Ram Mandir have already been touched. So all those people who were expecting over and above Ram Mandir, unke liye kya? So unke liye all those parameters, so that untouched vote bank or that swinging vote bank of 2 to 3%, which would have gone against them, they're also targeting them. And not only that, with the kind of homework which they have done, and specifically Prime Minister, by giving Bharat Ratna to MS Swaminathan, to LK Advani ji. So by giving it to LK Advani ji, what happens is the old guard, the founders of BJP and those people who were from Jansangh were feeling that somehow that older BJP people or people from Jansangh have been left out. With this, they are also been silent. They are also been happily accepting that ye sab theek hai yaar. They have given respect to LK Advani ji. Now it is, let's move ahead. He's doing a great job. Let's support him. So that also is also on the contrary helping him out. Then MS Swaminathan, though that MS Swaminathan's committee's recommendation is a different thing, but optically giving him Bharat Ratna helps him garner the vote. So this is what is happening. Chaudhary Saab, by giving him the Bharat Ratna, so he also gets his grandson in his alliance. So this all things works out for BJP very well. So it's a silent strategy working out for BJP. They know the massive thing what they could have done was Bhagwan Ram's Mandir, and there were disputes while people were saying that Abhi it was not made up completely and everything, but we knew that it was a political makeup. It was done. It was a great thing. Everyone wanted it. Now it is live. People are going, having darshans and everything. So opposition does not have much to say. So where is that opposition stand of parallelly countering Bhagwan Ram's Mandir? Are there any takers? I don't think there is any taker. All those people in the Congress also who believed to counter it are not actually by willingness or by the heart of it are countering it. They are also joining BJP or they are also leaving Congress on this particular agenda. That why should we counter Bhagwan Ram's Mandir or why should we speak against it? It is okay, we wanted this, we all wanted it. It's good that Prime Minister Narendra Modi could do that. Though it's a Supreme Court, you can have various legs, but that will was there and the will is now completed. So I don't think these factors are actually, you have to have a counterpoint when he's providing a Viksit Bharat 2047. What is your Viksit Bharat ka narrative? What is your narrative of GST? You say that you will scrap this GST and bring a new GST. Okay, that's a great thing. If you think that's a great thing, but what is that new GST? What is that GST 2.0? What is your GST? That vision is not out. If you say you want to scrap Article 370, okay, let's understand that. Why do you want to scrap it? Are the people of the valley not happy? Or are you going to give a counter narrative which is much bigger and better than what the present dispensation is giving? No. So that is not happening. You are trying to counter whatever the Prime Minister or BJP wants you have done. You want to counter it. Okay, that could be a valid debate point. But what are the content? The content is not there. Headlines are there. We'll do this, but how are you going to do it? And why do opposition have to work even harder here? Is why in the presentation part is because you are already not in power. You have to have a level of communication than the people in power, because they have access to everything better than you. Be it with the media, the social media, the money, power, everything is the presentation point of wise, and the tools they have more bigger and better than you have. So what you have to do is your communication has to be clear. Your drawing board understanding has to be conveyed to the people very much, which in a sensible, in a communicable manner to them. So that is not happening. You are scrapping whatever Prime Minister Narendra Modi has done. That is one part of it. But what is your alternative politics? Do you have a better politics?
Okay.
Do you have a better stand? So that is something which is missing. So when we talk about farm laws, you want to scrap it out. The farmers are not there. The farmers are not happy. Unemployment is there. What is your strategy? Yes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and BJP have not made the farmers happy. Yes, unemployment is there. But are you going to create something better which gives employment, which makes the farmer happy? That is a missing link. You have to fill that missing.
Okay, let's talk about Bihar now. The Bihar elections in 2024 have been marked by the state government change that precedes the election and Nitish Kumar's return to the NDA. Now, due to his return, the seat distribution in 2024 is similar to the seat distribution again in 2019. In the last elections, the NDA saw BJP and JDU contest 17 seats each, with Chirag Paswan's LJP contesting 6. In 2024, the JDU and LJP have sacrificed a seat each to accommodate the Hindustan Awam Morcha and RLM. The India Alliance in Bihar was led by RJD in 2019, and it is still being led by RJD, but with more seats. In 2019, the RJD contested 19, but this time they will contest 23 after a few exits. Well, this is obviously expectant to what was going to happen in Bihar. Rishi, Mr. Raman Malik also joins us on the broadcast. Rishi Bagri, Bihar obviously has seen this new wave. There has been endorsement by Nitish Kumar, if I can call it, by returning back to the fold of the NDA. How is that likely to impact the results of the Lok Sabha in the state of Bihar?
No, you need to understand Bihar vote very differently. I mean, it votes very differently in the Lok Sabha. And if you see in last 30 years, they have been very pro-NDA voting pattern observed in the Bihar. Even in 2009, when BJP was at its lowest, they got the biggest tally from the Bihar. So you need to understand that Bihar always vote in a very different manner, and when it comes to the national election, it is biased towards voting toward national issues and national parties, and especially in the BJP fold. So the NDA always have the advantage in the Bihar when it comes to the Lok Sabha election. Although it doesn't enjoy that advantage in the assembly election, but it do enjoy because people do vote rising above their caste and above their jat path, everything like that. So that is one thing. And secondly, you need to also understand that the bargaining power of the NDA, of the BJP has gone up substantially high, whereas the bargaining power of the Congress has gone down. I mean, if you see the numbers of seats which Congress is fighting today is less than what it used to fight in 2019 or 14. Then you see the BJP is fighting more seats. In fact, if you see the bargaining power has gone up with the BJP in most of the states. And even in Bihar, they are able to, pitch their own people in some other party's name also. So that was also visible. So I think that is going to happen, and Bihar is going to give you at least 35 to 35 plus seats. 2 or 3 seats may go here and there. That's a different thing, but most of the seats may come to the NDA fold because the bargaining power of BJP has in fact increased. I just give you a small example, although that example is from UP. If you see, they have just allied with the RLD with just 2 seats. I mean, RLD was being offered almost 8 seats by the Samajwadi and the Congress party, but they left that 8 seat offer and they chose 2 seats in NDA front. So you can imagine this is a very classical difference because they understand कि भाई 2 seat तो मेरे हाथ में कम से कम आएगा 8 seat का कोई अता पता नहीं है. So they are very clear कि 2 is better than 8 in the bush. So this is the basic thing which is happening. Even in Maharashtra and you go to any other places, you see the bargaining power of the BJP has increased substantially. They are extracting more seats than from their allies. Whereas in MBA, in the India Alliance, the same thing, Congress bargaining power has gone down. In fact, Uddhav Thackeray, a depleted Uddhav Thackeray is fighting 21 seats. It's a higher seats, 5 seats more, 4 or 5 seats higher than what Congress, the full Congress is fighting. So you can imagine even a depleted Sharad Pawar is fighting 10 seats. So Congress is just fighting 16, 17 seats in a big state like Maharashtra. How the tally of Congress will even cross 100 if it's ceded away all the important seats to their allies. So that is the one thing which we need to understand. So they don't have a face. They don't have a vision statement. All the vision statements are very vague. GST, what they are going to do, 370, what they are going to do, demonetization, what they are going to do. अरे भाई scrap कर दोगे उसके बाद आप what alternative you are going to give? You are not saying anything. So you don't have any leader. You don't have any vision. Your alliance are very amorphous in nature. Any alliance can walk out of your India alliance anytime they wish. So ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि नहीं है. What is the probability that Uddhav Thackeray won't walk out to the NDA government after this if they get 5 or 6 seats and if they get some offer from the NDA front, they might walk out. You never know that. So the amorphous situation of the India alliance is very...
Let's also talk about the most interesting state now, electorally and ambition-wise for the BJP. Well, the biggest blow for the India alliance was, of course, Mamata Banerjee, who refused to go into an alliance with the Congress. This means that the battle in Bengal remains a three-way fight. What might not be a respite for the Congress is that they have managed to stitch an alliance with the left. So this means that while all the 4 parties, the BJP, TMC, Congress and left contested all the 42 seats in 2019, this time Congress is contesting 13. And the left is contesting 25 as the third front in a battle that is being fought between TMC and the BJP, who will be contesting on all seats. Mr. Raman Malik, BJP leader, also joins us on the show. Mr. Malik, are you there with us? I can't see you. Mr. Raman Malik? Mr. Malik, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. Is my voice coming?
Yes, I can hear you now, sir. So 18 was the tally of the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2019. There is the India Alliance in West Bengal. Last time, of course, some of these challenges were not there for the BJP. What do you anticipate is going to happen in Bengal, considering the back and forth also that keeps on happening between the ruling dispensation and Mamata Banerjee's party?
One thing for sure, what is going to happen is that in the last time when we were expecting about 27 seats, there were a few seats which we lost with a very small margin. They are definitely going to be coming back. The so-called India Alliance is not to be seen anywhere in Bengal. And Congress itself, I do not understand the alliances of the left and Congress in Bengal, and they're fighting against each other in Kerala. So it's a confused state of affairs, but then confused state of affairs and Congress have become synonymous with each other. Having said that, let's kind of pick up things. Please understand, Congress at best is not doing above 15% of the total seats that they've done it. They've done about 43 one time and 52 on the other in the last two elections. So that would be roughly about 12%, 13% of what they have totally fought. That is their turnaround ratio. Now, today, when we are talking about this election, the Congress has reduced itself to probably around less than 300 contesting seats. Not even that. So, being relevant opposition party also becomes a fight for them, which has to be understood. Now, the most important thing when we talk about this election is the fear of democracy dying. And when I say the fear of democracy dying is the Congress, especially the coterie around Mr. Gandhi and Mr. Gandhi himself, are killing Congress. They're killing the parallel to the democracy. Congress was the parallel to the democracy in the last two elections, but they're killing it. One has to understand on the broader perspective that this election also shows what is wrong with the Indian political sense. And that is where the problem lies. So that is the part two. The part three, which is most important, which should not be taken aside. What is happening in Bengal and what is happening in Bihar, the kind of comments and the kind of actions that are coming through, whether it is the Lalu and company and family, or whether it is Mamata Banerjee and her syndicate, they both are showing how wrong in a democracy your choices can go and how heavy a price can be paid. Not just by the main opposition to that idea, but also those people who are not relevant. Let's say what Congress is facing in Bengal, the kind of alienation, the kind of attacks on their workers. The same way, the smaller parties in Bihar, people who had forgotten, the generation that had forgotten the Gunda Raj, have re-witnessed it. And this is what is this election all about. Yes, the states have chosen over a time. They've always shown the maturity of voting in a particular pattern when it comes to the national elections for the Lok Sabha. They have chosen to act different, elect different when it comes to Vidhan Sabha, and that's the majority of it. But then, yes, your question is very pertinent, and the question is widely to the nation that what happens wrong when you select wrong. And that is what Bengal and Bihar had seen. Bihar has seen some time correction, some course corrections. Bengal needs an overhaul. It needs to be washed clean.
Okay, all right, okay. Appreciate that. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, how do you respond to that? Of course, Mr. Malik has also said that the Congress up till 2014 and 19 used to be the principal opposition, the principal contender. They had a chance. But now it seems that image, that pedigree has severely eroded.
I disagree to that, Vinit. And before that, before I answer your question, this is kind of unfair, this 5:1 that you have pitched me against. These 5 people, BJP supporters, direct, indirect, and there's one me. Having an antagonistic
So Manasvi
voice.
is on your side, and
No, Manasvi is not on my
I
side.
always favor the underdog, so I'm on your side as well. So it's
I
four.
actually
It's 4:3.
5:1. So
No,
you are
it's-
a moderator.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I won't let that happen. I won't let that happen. Trust me.
Okay, so when we have formed an alliance, we have decided to come together, Congress being the largest national party, it was its duty towards the country, duty towards the cause of people to take a back seat and to let regional players who have a substantial political clout in their area of influence to take the lead, and that's what Alliance Dharma is. We didn't get eroded. We compromised on some seats, definitely somewhere the partners went on to announce and everything. But we have to understand that it's a democratic alliance. Everyone has an equal say in it. And when we talk about Maharashtra, Shiv Sena has a substantial say in it. When we talk about Uttar Pradesh, SP has substantial say. When we talk about Tamil Nadu, DMK has a substantial say in it. It's not like NDA's Bhanumati Ka Kunba, where you get a one-liner statement that you fight on 2 seats or you'll fight on 3 seats and people just can't question. So the democratic alliance and seat sharing has been decided democratically, and we are fighting as a one single force to save the idea of India. And that's his question. I've been hearing, about how Ram Mandir is impacting, how Congress does not have a vision. It's very ironic to see this because Bharatiya Janata Party doesn't have a manifesto till now. Few days back, they have formed a manifesto committee, and that's the seriousness. They think that, bringing in Ram Mandir issue, bringing in Article 370, raking in Pulwama, raking in armed forces will. And look at their official advertisement that went out from their social media handles and all that. Army uniforms and army songs and things like that. When there is an election commission advisory that you'll not use defense forces for your political propaganda and messaging, nothing. So when Arun Govind uses Ramji ki photos and goes on to campaigning, election commission's advisory is thrown out of the window. Everywhere. This is an election where their Lok Niti survey, CSDS survey came out yesterday, and 62% people feel that unemployment is a bigger issue. A majority people feel that inflation is a bigger issue, that corruption is a bigger issue. And Pradhan Mantri Modi ji, after 10 years in office, he's raking it ki kaun sawan mein mutton khata hai, kaun non-veg khata hai. And this is the political discourse we have been reduced to. Nobody is talking about the 82% unemployment rate. Here we are talking. People were saying that Congress ke paas vision statement nahi hai. Congress came up with a state-of-art manifesto which gives a right to apprenticeship, which gives an urban-rural employment guarantee act, which promises MSP to farmers, which
but Pooja, Rahul Gandhi also had a word of caution for agencies in and around when that manifesto was released. Do you think that should be a part of any political discourse today? And the Prime Minister himself iterated that out of the 100% ED cases, less than 3% are against politicians.
Please, Vineet, we are not saying that.
Just for the sake of argument.
It is a public discourse that Indian Express reported 25 people who turned court, who joined BJP, came out scot-free, and ED cases were dropped here. Mr. Malik was listing out corruptions, what happened to the Sharda chit fund scam. Nobody goes and knocks on the doors of Hemanta Biswa Sarma. Nobody goes and knocks on the doors of Narayan Rane. 23 people who joined BJP went scot-free.
Okay, let me take a quick response from Mr. Nigam on what you have just said about the Sharda chit scam, and then we move on to Punjab. Let him respond. Let's be fair. Let Mr. Nigam respond to what you have just said. Mr. Nigam.
Vineet, in fact, let me slightly bring certain amount of legal awareness among the parties. Everybody, in fact, the viewers. Once the matter goes to the court process is controlled by the court. Even if ED wants to drop a case, he has to move an application before the court, and court would appreciate all facts and circumstances, and only after considering it will pass an order. Similarly, if a person has to become an approver, it is the court which makes an approver. ED can only pray to the court, and the court sees the various facts. And as a lawyer, let me tell you, I have done situations like that. So to contradict me, you have got to be on very sound footing and on facts, law, and logic. Therefore, to say that the BJP or ED is controlling the court process will be amounting to defamation and contempt of court. Please understand that. Even in Sharda, or take any other example, and if the Congress has a problem, please move an appropriate application in a court of law. Court will hear you. If you think the BJP is not filing any case, resort to Criminal Procedure Code 156(3). You can file a case, and then FIR can be registered if the court finds you have given sufficient evidence and proof to the court. Please understand, but you would not do so because you are on a very weak wicket. So therefore, let us do some kind of debate where logic is primary and the various facts and assets are also primary. not hearsay. No, debate on a hearsay, will not last long. The fact remains, you call BJP, they come in the BJP, you call it washing machine. Only court can be a washing machine. BJP, let me take a worst argument against the BJP, that they are in the government, they are not cooperating.
Okay.
The fact
all right.
remains, the courts supervise. Please understand, right till the Supreme Court, they supervise everything, and to call it a washing machine would be, I think, a great disservice to the courts of this nation.
All right, okay. Let's talk about Punjab now. Well, the story in Punjab is very clear this time around. It's each party for themselves. While in Congress, both AAP and Congress contested all seats, and it was the BJP who was Shiromani Akali Dal's smaller partner, with the former contesting 3 compared to Shiromani Akali Dal's 10. This time it is a 4-way fight with all 4 parties contesting 13 seats. Well, Sumit, the Bharatiya Janata Party obviously has been trying to make inroads in Punjab. The offer to have Captain Amrinder Singh also be a part of this fold did materialize in the past. But somehow, the Punjab voter has not gone the BJP way. Do you think that just like South India, where the BJP has been able to crack the code to a large extent, Punjab has also been sort of a curved ball for the Bharatiya Janata Party?
You see, we need to be really honest, because BJP has always been in alliance with the local regional parties there. And as a matter of choice and as a matter of strategy and principle, it decided not to put its or make its cadre on the ground. That is what the position has been, just a few years back. Now, after the change of strategy, when the idea has been contemplated that we have to put the cadre on ground and build up an organization, it will take due course some time, because remember, Sunil Jakarji is there, Captain Amrinder Singh ji is there, a lot of leaders, Manjinder Singh Sirsa ji is there, a lot of tall leaders from all the parties have joined BJP. So there is no dearth of talent on the ground. Yes, but a cadre, what you will have in a UP, or what you will have in a Maharashtra, or what you will have in an MP, that level of cadre does not exist in Punjab. That's the point you have to take, because there were reasons for it, because we did not want to build a cadre like that. Now, with what the kind of people are seeing, the kind of mismanagement by AAP, they're seeing the kind of things which are going haywire in Punjab. They're seeing that Punjab is getting under more and more debt. They're seeing the agriculture production is coming down. They're seeing the law and order problems happening. And let me tell you, last week, 4 major groups of Punjab went to UP, met Baba, Yogi Adityanath ji. They have committed 4,000 crores of investment into UP, moving from Punjab. And Hero Cycles is one of them. WAAP group is one of them. There are 2 others I can't remember. So if you see this kind of exodus happening, the people and the industry and all the Punjab are seeing that there's no future with AAP. So with this fight, I believe that the tally of the Bharatiya Janata Party will be better than last time, but will it be a sweep state? No, it won't be a sweep state. It will be much better than last time, because now people are really, everybody across the nook and corner of country, people are realizing development Modi and development delivered and Modi are, synonyms. It's the same thing. When you vote for Modi, these 2 things are quite naturally going to happen. So if you look at these things, so people of Punjab will also realize, they have to go beyond regional politics. Regional politics is good for assembly elections, but when it comes to parliamentary elections, and Punjab being a border state, we have a lot of drug problem there. We have a lot of interference from Pakistani ISI. We have a lot of things which are not happening, which are not right there. So it is in the interest of the people of Punjab to vote for Prime Minister Modi and see how do the things change up, because local leadership, what has been there before, sorry Vinny, they have not been able to deliver the goods. It's only the BJP with its cadre and with a double engine sarkar possibly in the future, which can really change over the Punjab, and Punjab can become what it used to be. You have all the 5 rivers there, you have the most fertile land there, and what Punjab is known for, things like Uttar Punjab, which is so unfortunate and so bad. It's like a slap on my face, but that is what my state is today known as, because Pakistani infiltration is there, drugs are there. You're using drones to drop drugs free of cost. You're using drones to send those weapons. So things are not good in Punjab, and I think the people of Punjab have to realize, for the long-term development and get Punjab the stature what it used at 10-20 years back, BJP is the only option, and it will only happen under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. They have tried everybody. Look, except BJP, they have tried everybody. The question now is to give BJP a full mandate as BJP, where BJP is calling the shots, where BJP has is the driver's seat. That is what it will do. And when it comes to a parliamentary election, we need, what is the option to Modi? There's no option to Modi. Who is the option to Modi? There's no option to Modi. It's as simple as that. Modi ji does not have an option. अब की बार 400 पार.
Okay, all right.
बार बार
Let's
लगातार.
move on to Andhra Pradesh now. In 2019, Andhra Pradesh was a sweep for the Jagan Mohan Reddy and the YSRCP, winning 22 out of the 25 seats. Quite popular. The picture this time is very, very strange and different and much more challenging, it seems. Chandrababu Naidu, who stitched an alliance with the BJP at the centre in 2019, has returned to the NDA. He was in fact against the BJP in 2019. This means that while the YSRCP, the TDP, the Congress, the BJP and the Jan Sena contested separately in 2019, in 2024, the TDP, the BJP and the Jan Sena will fight as one, with TDP contesting 17 seats, the BJP contesting 6 and the JSP contesting 2. The Congress under YS Sharmila will contest 12 seats this time. Manasvi, this is obviously a big win for the Bharatiya Janata Party. It has been a very incisive, a very ambitious campaign, if we can call it, by the Bharatiya Janata Party to get the southern states to their side. And with somebody like Chandrababu Naidu, who was once an anti-NDA person, this is perhaps going to be, that Rubicon moment in Andhra Pradesh that the BJP has been looking for.
I think Chandrababu Naidu have always been successful when he's with the NDA. He had national aspirations. He was in 2019 believing that he's going to align the oppositions together and then he'll create a image or he'll create a momentum against Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but somehow he could not do that. And then after leaving the NDA and trying to do something against NDA, BJP, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he was unsuccessful. He lost his plank in Andhra Pradesh also. So this was a natural step for him. This shows that there are no friends in politics. There are no enemies in politics. It's all about convenience. And Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar are classic examples. So wherever the power shift is going to be there, or they would, everyone. So one thing in politics is certain, that you would have political larger ambitions, aspirations. You would want to aim for it. Once you don't get it, there is always a next term. You can go back to your previous alliances. You can go back to your previous political party. You can jump ships. Now there is no ideological war. So now it's all about optics. Now it's all about perception. In the perception. So now in the political perception war, Chandrababu Naidu is a renowned face in the politics of Andhra Pradesh, is a natural alliance of BJP. BJP does not have a large cadre there. BJP is a Karyakarta-led political party, needs a local player to get in roots in a better format, and then they fight elections in regions where they don't have any presence or less presence. So it's a natural selection for both of them. One has a ground but does not have a space anymore. Other has a space but does not have a ground. So it becomes a natural thing, and anti-incumbency of YSR is already there. The policies which he promised has not delivered. There is no kind of natural alliance between YSR and Congress going to happen. If YSR and Congress come together, they become the larger force in Andhra Pradesh, which is not happening. So this gives a big edge for NDA, for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP. And also Chandrababu Naidu's could be a great comeback here. So this is a good optics for him. I think that the key factor here is less of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and more of Chandrababu Naidu. The key factor here is him and his comeback. It's about his story. It's about his vote bank. It's about his coming back. So it's less of Prime Minister Narendra Modi here, more of Chandrababu Naidu.
All right, let's talk about Tamil Nadu now. Well, M.K. Stalin has proven to be an all-weather friend of the Congress, having stuck with the party in 2019 and in 2024 too. Mr. Stalin hopes to repeat a flawless performance of 29, with the alliance winning 38 out of 39 seats. In 2019, DMK contested 20, while Congress contested 9. In 2024, the DMK will contest 21, while the Congress will contest 9 again. In 2019, the BJP was AIDMK's junior partner, only contesting 5 seats, while the former contested 20. The BJP this time is contesting 19 under a rejuvenated leadership of Annamalai and, of course, the Prime Minister. Their partners are PMK and AMMK. The AIDMK, on the other hand, is contesting 32 seats. Mr. Malik, how do you look at Tamil Nadu? It's been a contentious state for a number of reasons. The anti-Sanatan Dharma sentiment that has poured out, which has obviously peeved a number of people from the opposition as well. They have left their posts, including in the Congress, has been a formative manifesto in the making against the ruling dispensation of Tamil Nadu. Is that something that the Bharatiya Janata Party can capitalize on? And of course, let's not forget Mr. Annamalai. He seems to be a force to reckon with.
Fact remains, Vineet, Mr. Stalin has his wife and mother who pray every day in the Sanatan format. And his junkies and the pseudo rice bag converts that he has are ooging out crap for a religion which has been there before even the concept of anything that they now have converted to was there. So let's understand something. And I'll give you another very beautiful example. The same NIA, in a case when it looks into the Bangalore blast, is doing a good job when it goes and tries and find out people who are there in Karnataka to apprehend the perpetrators. The minute it reaches Bengal and it tries to catch hold of some perpetrators who've been helped by TMC people, it becomes a communal one, it becomes under Modi and things like that. How can you have the same coin having different values in the same nation under the same alliance, the same India alliance? Another thing which is important, which has to be understood is it a Congress government in Andhra? Or is it a Revanth Reddy government in Andhra? That question is of paramount.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
The third most important point is that when you come to Tamil Nadu, the kind of awareness, there was a whole charade, a facade created that, the North-South, the Aryan invasion theory set up by the Nehruvian historians, the Romila Thapas and the Irfan Habib kinds, they set up a narrative which cannot be historically asserted, which cannot be historically proved. And they kept their politics on that. Whereas when they start talking about the fact that the politics should be about employment, Tamil Nadu is not under BJP, sir. What is the employment there? What is the inflation there? How well have you been able to set up an example? They are pertinent questions. Same goes for Andhra, same goes for Kerala, same goes for Karnataka. These are important questions.
Right, absolutely. So we have other states to cover as well. We have a paucity of time. We're going to talk about Maharashtra quickly. Maharashtra has seen the most hectic parlays out of all, with the two regional parties being divided and the BJP riding on the Modi wave. While the NDA has not been able to finalize its alliance yet, the BJP has announced candidates in 20 constituencies and the Shiv Sena, led by Eknath Shinde, in 8. The India Alliance has finalized its seat sharing, with the Uddhav Sena fighting 21 seats and the Congress in 17 and the NCP in 10. Pooja Tripathi, I'll come to you. Well, Maharashtra has been topsy-turvy. It has had a very vacillating, a very, wavy kind of a commitment when it comes to politics. The politics in Maharashtra has always been about party first, the party identity first. How do you see the Congress party, fitting into this particular grouping against the BJP, who has done everything? They've thrown in everything but the kitchen sink to stay in power.
But they have not yet finalized the seat sharing. With their two credible opposition, with their two credible alliance partners, the one Ajit Pawar, with whom Pradhan Mantri ji said कि 5,000 crore का आदमी है, and then on the other next day he comes into BJP and he's their loyalist. Again, Eknath Shinde, we know there's a power tussle between Eknath Shinde faction and Bharatiya Janata Party led by Devendra Fadnavis. The cracks are out there, but while India Alliance has come to a respectable seat sharing, and now we are fighting with a full formidable force. I want to just point out that few seconds back, Mr. Malik called an elected representative a rice turncoat, something like that, and you didn't object when it. I think this.
No, that's a fact.
Called out that an elected representative, a sitting minister of the cabinet, is called a rice turn something, rice bag turn thing, and he's not called out for his lack of, what do you say, decency to call out an elected representative.
Rice bag converts are rice bag converts.
No,
Okay,
you
let her
cannot call
finish.
them rice
Yes.
convert. No.
It's my freedom
You
of
cannot
expression.
say,
Let
what
her finish,
election
sir.
have you fought, Mr.
Let her finish,
Malik?
sir. Let her
So
finish,
It's my
sir.
freedom of expression. You cannot take it
You cannot
away.
just sit on a panel and say to a minister, you can have your differences.
A minister is not above and beyond every common Indian.
DMK
एक
alliance.
मिनिस्टर बन जाने से किसी कोई भगवान नहीं बन जाता. उसकी औकात उतनी है जितनी बाकी हिंदुस्तानियों की है.
Okay, we also have to talk about, we have to move on. Well, in 2019, BJP and the National Conference won 3 seats each in Jammu and Kashmir. Remember that the 2019 general elections were held before the abrogation of Article 370. This time around, Jammu and Kashmir is poised to be a three-way battle as the National Conference and Congress are contesting elections together on 3 seats each, and the BJP and PDP are poised to go alone on all 6 seats, is what we know. Sumit Peer, permutation in and combination in Jammu and Kashmir obviously are of grave importance. This is a state which perhaps will also have assembly elections in September. It's a directive of the Supreme Court as well. Do you feel and do you concur that this is perhaps going to be a trailer, or more or less a preamble of what's about to come when the assembly elections take place?
Vineet, the first thing is, after the abrogation of 370, this was a landmark decision. Only Prime Minister Modi and Mr. Amit Shah could have the courage and political will to do it. All from the, Farooq Abdullah's father, Sheikh Abdullah, to Farooq Abdullah to Umar Abdullah, and Mahbooba Mufti has told कि खून की नदियां बहेंगी, तिरंगे को कंधे देने वाला कोई नहीं बचेगा. Nothing has happened. 1.65 crore tourists, all-time high investment, all-time high development. Nightlife is on. New Year parties go up to midnight in 31st December, which was unseen of. Terrorism is all-time down. So they are seeing an economic boom in J&K and especially in Kashmir. So people are comparing what was the life before 370 and what is the life after 370. So moreover, 99% of the people are convinced that life after 370 has been better for them. And nobody has come and taken their house, nobody has come and snatched their lands, and nobody has done anything. So even Umar Abdullah is on record saying, if you want 370, don't vote for me. So I think it was your show, I called, it was an NC representative, I told him, if you want to politically retire, you could think of a better line. You would just say, I'm retiring from politics. Why do you want to say this? Now, the challenge here is, Vineet, what we see, 4 elections have gone by, including a major DDC election. You have seen the results where the swings went in. If you look at the Jammu region, it's entirely peaceful. If you look at the Kashmir, it's happy. If you look, except South Kashmir has some problems. I have to admit, South Kashmir has some problems. People in Ladakh are happy. The development is happening.
Ladakh are happy.
People in Ladakh are पूजे जी बोलने दीजिए फिर मैं बोल देता हूँ ना. People in Ladakh are happy. No, you cannot say Sonam Wangchuk represents Ladakh. Sonam Wangchuk doesn't represent.
Sonam Wangchuk represents housing people of Ladakh. People in Ladakh are happy.
See the content of development what has happened in Ladakh. See the tourism.
It's Lala land you're living in.
It is not about. Pooja ji, it is not about one Sonam Wangchuk. I don't know whose agenda is he running. It's not about one person whose agenda is he running. It is not about that.
Asking for the full statehood of Ladakh, and now you're saying Ladakh is happy.
Okay, all right.
I tell you, before the erstwhile state of J&K, 90% of the money used to go to Kashmir, 8% to Jammu and 2% to Ladakh. 2% to Ladakh.
But who doesn't agree with Narendra Modi?
370 Ladakh on national TV. Have you discussed ever Ladakh on national TV?
Okay, Sumit, let's not scream. Sumit, let's not scream. Sumit, let us not raise our voice. Let us not raise our voice. It's all right. Okay, Dr. Pooja Tripathi, let him finish his point. I promise you I'll come back to you for a rebuttal. Sumit, quickly, we've run out of time as well.
Point here is that the things are happening wide, and you will see Jammu and BJP, you will see some significant grounds in Kashmir, you will see the people of Kashmir are gaining, and when the assembly elections will happen, whenever the situation is there, and we have to look at political, geopolitical and the security point of view, you will see emergence of new leaders, people like Mahbooba Mufti, Umar Abdullah, those Ghulam Ahmad Shah, and even from Apni party, and I don't see a great future for Ghulam Nabi Azad as well. A new breed of leadership will come, which will take Kashmir to newer heights.
Okay, all right. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, go ahead now.
Just while Kashmir has become a beautiful state, I wanted to just ask him what's happening on Ladakh. Even if Sonam Wangchuk beat any A, B, C, D person of Ladakh, what is their demand? They are not doing any untoward demand. What are they asking? They're asking for restoration of the pastoral lands, and government is not ready. Is Sonam Wangchuk less of an Indian than Sumit Peer and Pooja Tripathi? No. Are the 1,000 Ladakhis that are protesting along with Sonam Wangchuk, demanding restoration of their pastoral lands, demanding India's stand on China's aggression, are less of an Indian than me and you? No. Then when you say that Sonam Wangchuk is not Ladakh, Sonam Wangchuk, forget Sonam Wangchuk, 1,000 people of its 1,000 Ladakhis are protesting out and open at -degree temperatures, asking for full statehood, which was their promise after the application of Article 370, and you just can't say, and Sonam Wangchuk doesn't represent Ladakh. Every person who lives in this country...
Okay, we've run out of time, Dr. Pooja Tripathi. As promised, I gave you an opportunity to speak, and that's exactly why I said, you know, it's not lopsided. You got to make your point, but what's important is that we got a lot of information in. We were able to talk about all the important states and the permutation and combination, and weigh in on what kind of chances each of these parties have when the elections begin in just a few days from now. We dip into a short break. We'll be right back.